We are live on YouTube. All right, guys, we are live on YouTube. We meaning me and my cat, who is being really obnoxious and loud. So we're live on YouTube, about to go live on TikTok, and but I've got one. Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me stop this video because in order to do this loom. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go. Let me get on. I need to get all my chats up and everything. And Facebook is not going live again this week. But Instagram, I think, is going. All right, we'll go live on Instagram. That one's okay. All right, let's go live on TikTok. We'll go TikTok and Instagram, and Facebook is going to lose out. I don't know what is going on with my hair up here. Okay, let me get in. So I'm on, it's funny because I'm on my little portrait mode on watchdrmo.com. And we won't hear any background stuff today because I think everybody else is working. So Courtney may be on a little bit. She can get on TikTok, but I'll be here for the duration. We're on TikTok, YouTube at watchdrmo.com. Let me get my chat up so I can see. But I do need to know because I need to make sure I have sound because I had a weirdo sound thing happening. Let me make sure. All right. Looks like I should have sound. Hi, Jamie. How are you? All right. How's everybody today? How is everybody doing? I'm just looking. I'm going to have to do all this myself today, I think. So let me get the chat window up. Got a chat. Hey there. Okay. So I might have sound because I did get a comment. Fantastic. Good. Yes, I'm doing well. I've decided to go all in, and I worked my last shift for the foreseeable future in the ER. So that's a little crazy. So this is my job. I'm now my success coach self, and I'm like, God, I look terrible this morning, but it's all good. Sorry, that was really loud. Good morning, Jordan. I've been watching your posts, but I haven't been commenting because that's how I roll, you know. Started worrying about too much loss and now no loss. Oh, isn't that the way of it? You know, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to slow down. Oh shit. Well, then we slow down. Be careful what you ask the universe for, right? Yeah. I thought about that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting too skinny. And then I was like, yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, hold on. There's Courtney. There we go.
After Congress to get in today.
Yeah. And I can't get it. Facebook isn't doing its thing. I lost the sound because I was trying to record the thing and I'm like, your Facebook again. So Courtney, if you can hear Courtney's voice in the background, my cat is being so obnoxious, my Lord. Seriously, I have to let him out. He's like pounding at the door. So guys, I'm still here. You just can't hear me. Come on. Go. I'm going to have to leave the door kind of open for the cat. I can't. This is, for some reason, my cats are like crazy the past couple of days. Yeah, I don't know why Facebook won't work. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done with it. I'm like, I pay for Restream.
Yeah.
Who knows? So it is what it is. So, but ask what questions you have. GLP-1s, fat loss, food freedom. Oh, Jordan, you scared me for a second because you said Jordan said on TikTok she was on the way to the hospital for an appointment for her son. Okay.
That's better.
Yes, hopefully they will be quick and it'll be good. But yeah, so I have an appointment. So Jamie said I have an appointment on Thursday with a doctor that hasn't seen me since I was plus 200 pounds. Is it bad that I'm excited for that? Nope. I would love to walk in. I had an encounter at the gym the other day with an old friend from triathlon, and she did the look. It's the I know you. And then she's like, oh my God. And she like, you know, it's funny because usually people won't say anything. She's like, you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did 55
Yeah.
pounds. And she goes, you look fantastic. Good job. I'm
Oh,
like,
that
thanks.
was good.
Like, people are afraid to say that shit because, what if it's cancer? What if it's cancer?
Well, these days they're not.
No, I didn't.
They're not even afraid of that. They're afraid to ask if you've used GLP-1.
Right? And somebody was saying this morning on my live, because I did a live on the bike this morning, and somebody was saying this morning that someone they know was on a GLP-1 but afraid to tell people about it. And I'm like, why are we still
Why?
doing this? 3 years later, almost 3 years later, why are we
Yeah.
doing this? So, yeah, it's just, it's like I feel like I'm on cholesterol medication. Nobody cares. Like, I take an aspirin most mornings. I can't take it every morning because I look like I got beat up. But anyhow, and yeah. So this is not a put makeup on with me. This is more of a, my lips look terrible. So does my face, but I can't fix that on camera. I'm over it. Jordan said that's exactly why she wanted to share the journey. And I agree. It should just be a positive, Little Jimmy asked, what's the topic today? It is fat loss. It is fitness, fat loss, and food freedom. By the way, if we're going to do the alliteration today. Oh, nice. Nicole, I'm down 78 pounds in 10 months. I'm going to pin that shit.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah. Isn't it nice though? Because it's like food freedom. And I joke, I do this a lot in my lives when I'm on the bike. Because the coaching, if you want, we've separated the landing pages, guys. I can be taught and I am pseudo coachable. So I've separated the landing pages. If you want to get into the coaching alone, like your primary care doc prescribes your GLP-1 and you're like, listen, I just need help because they just throw a prescription at me and I don't know what to do with it. Go to Dr. Mo Fat Loss or fatlossfoundations.com. I know I shouldn't do two things. I know. I said I'm pseudo coachable. Let me make sure Fat Loss Foundations works. Yeah. Okay, it does. Because last week I told everyone that on the live and the link was broken.
Helpful.
I can't. So Dr. Mo Fat Loss is the coaching. If you want to be a patient, and coaching is free with that, go to AMS Lifestyle Medicine. And there you go. Speaking of which, Linda has been ditching me on my lives. I don't know what's going on, Linda.
Busy.
I know. And God forbid she has a life other than mine.
Other than lives.
So, Jordan said, I've also discovered my new favorite workout is walking on an incline. It's amazingly good. Like it's good. And there's no impact. You don't have to, nothing jiggles,
And it is a good kind of strength plus cardio.
Yes, it is. Cause it actually is working your body up a hill. Like it's actual, like I always say, we're old ladies. We don't want to break a hip. It actually helps with that, So it's higher at a lower speed and burn more calories. Jordan, do not listen to that calorie thing.
It's very inaccurate.
Don't listen to that. It's a big outlier. Oh, that's probably going to get me flagged on TikTok.
Maybe. Don't mind me moving around in here.
Oh, you're fine. I'm trying to read comments. Thank you. Feel amazing. Best decision ever. I agree. And that's the thing. I kind of just tell by how much I'm sweating. Yeah, for sure. Because it just works. It just works. I've actually started to do the stepper thing. I don't know. Is there a name for that, you guys? I'm so out of touch. Because, I grew up in the days of the Stairmaster, which was the pedals that moved up and down. Well, this is actually revolving steps. So I call it the stepper thing. Because what is it? I don't know. So anyhow, but I've started getting on that. I stayed on it for 20 minutes yesterday. I had to work up from 5 minutes. It's been really hard. I can't imagine. The stepper thing is so hard. It is. But I'm doing this hike in 6 weeks. And I'm like, oh, I need to be able to actually get myself up the side of a mountain. So yeah, I did 5 minutes and I was literally I'm watching my watch going, oh my God, when is this going to end? So, but I got up to 20 yesterday. That was pretty amazing. I had to slow it down a little bit though, because I do. So you'll see on my reels and stuff. I do content. So I'm sorry that I've been like MIA on TikTok as far as reels because I'm doing my own social media currently. And Dan Martell doesn't get on TikTok to check my shit. So here I am. I make sure the Instagram reels are done, but shortly we should be posting because Trisha's going to help me post.
Good.
So yes. So, yeah, my goal before next Monday, I'm actually going to batch some content, guys. So
I think I'm getting situated.
Stories are going to be real time. Yeah.
To
Courtney's
multitask.
getting in the car. But yeah, I'm actually going to, and I just realized that I said that about Dan Martell and I'm on Instagram live right now. Okay, great. That's fantastic. So if I have any Dan Martell fans out there, which is actually good. Oh, Angelise, hold on. Can you explain why you said that you preferred Mirax and Colace over Mag 07? So magnesium is a smooth muscle relaxer. So it changes the motility more. Whereas Miralax is an osmotic laxative, so it brings water in from your body into your poop. I don't like, now I do take magnesium every day, but I don't take the GI kind of magnesium every day. I just don't like stimulant laxatives chronically. It's not me. It's not an opinion. This is a medical thing. You shouldn't do it. It gets your colon out of shape, literally out of shape. So it can, which is really problematic. Sorry, I'm moving my candle, guys. Sorry, it's too far away from me. And if the cats are going to hop up here, I don't want their tails on fire. So, all right, hold on. Courtney's back. I know, it's so funny. So literally, Courtney, you're going to laugh at this. So this morning I was on my live. I was on the bike for like 15 minutes, and because I got up late again, but I was on. And I said, I'll be back at 10. There's usually 4 of us, blah, blah, blah. Now there's going to be like 1.5. Sorry, guys, you're stuck with me.
I got in the car and it like, whatever. Anyway, so I had to like get off of it, get back in.
So which laxative is bad for you? So chronically, if you take stimulant laxatives, so like senna, magnesium, I don't think magnesium is terrible for you. I mean, it's kind of middle of the road. I just don't like it. It purges your gut more than anything, and it affects your smooth muscle. And I never want to chronically affect the smooth muscle in your colon. So, but no, Miralax is if you can take it, we got one coaching client who can't, who's probably on here somewhere. Hold on. I got to switch my stuff around because this angle's killing me and I can't stand it. I'm like, oh, all right, we're going to switch it around. You can see my new coffee maker today.
Oh yeah.
Coffee maker.
I got Nespresso Envy and then I was like, why don't I just get myself one? Like, my niece has one and I love it whenever I go visit her, but why don't,
oh, Courtney. Hold on, Courtney.
there we go.
Okay, you said your niece has an espresso and you loved it. You're like, why don't I just buy one?
I mean, it's not like a huge investment. Just get yourself a tank coffee maker.
Right? It's $100.
Silly.
I know. So it's pretty funny though. Pretty funny. Yeah. So now I've got, you should see on TikTok, I got the camera or my microphone's at a weird angle though. So, there we go. That's better with the microphone. But you can see my coffee maker behind me. Okay. There we go. Whatever. This is me. So yeah, but the laxative thing does matter. Colace is a stool softener. Miralax is an osmotic laxative. Remember, this isn't medical advice. It's like medical education, right? Well, it really is. So, but magnesium is a smooth muscle relaxant. That's why they use it in labor and stuff. So, yeah, I don't like using that chronically. And like things like Senna or Senecot, those are true stimulant. What's the other one? X-Lax is a stimulant laxative.
Any of those that are.
You back? Come on. So, cat's back.
The other one's back.
I'm like, here we are. Happy. Okay. On Zepbound, it's been 3 weeks since I've gone, which is not unusual, and nothing works. Okay. So if you're not going for 3 weeks,
that's not good.
that's a large problem. Excuse the pun. Yeah, I mean, you say it's not unusual for you, but there's got to be, you have to have some kind of regularity. And have you seen GI for that? For sure. I've had every test there is. So I have a super slow colon. And I just found out with my colonoscopy that I have a tortuous colon, which is probably why it's slow. I have slow transit time. I was just actually talking to somebody this morning on the live that Bloom. Okay, we're not gonna do this without a cat on the lab today. All right, it is what it is. Maybe he'll go behind me. Go behind me, buddy. So I know. So Bloom is actually, it actually moves my guts too fast. I can't take it. So that might be something to try. It's a lot less expensive than AG1, which is why I tried it. So that might be something to try. Hi, Lena. So yeah. But greens, like something, the surgeons call it a bowel regimen. You know, it's not like you don't want to do rescue meds with that. I mean, if you need to, but after that, you do a bowel regimen, which is like what you do on a daily basis.
I like the
Mirax long term. Yeah. It's fine.
Mirax, and I like the Grons, Gruns gummies. They do a good job. They're a green supplement as well, but in gummy form. I think they do a good job.
Yep. Yeah. Can you guys hear Courtney when she talks? Because my speaker is at a different location today. So let me know on TikTok. I mean, I know you can hear on Restream. That part's easy. They can, yes. Yay. Okay, good. Perfect. Phantom Courtney in the background. So yeah, the gummies were Grons, Gruns. Yes, Amanda takes them too. Yeah, but like I said this morning, I was like, oh yeah, we always have more than one person. I'm like, no, you guys are stuck with just me today.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's what it is.
It's okay.
Because Courtney's driving to work.
Other work.
I know, right? You're working while driving to work. Irony is not lost.
It's okay. This is the fun one.
Grons. The gummies are GRU with like an umlaut over it. And S. And they're cheaper than AG1 as well.
Yeah. They're not super cheap, but I was able to eliminate some other like daily supplements because it replaced those. So it probably equals out to some of the other stuff that I was taking, and they work well. So I'm willing to spend it.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. I was talking this morning, you know, I tried Bloom because it was cheaper, but it was not good for me. So I was like, well, just stick with what you do. And I don't have to take a multivitamin now that I take AG1 because that's got, the vitamins in there. Like the Grons have your multivitamin in there.
Yeah.
So it's just, multi-purpose. All right. What are we going to talk about today that's not poop? I always joke. Oh, hold on. I got to get back on the chat. I get confused. Oh, nothing new on the chat here. Let's see if Instagram's got anybody.
I'm watching this chat. There's nothing new. The only one I can watch.
One of the things that we were talking about today, we do a team training session before we get on this live, which is why we're late some days, is sometimes patients just say they want the second dose, like a repeat dose again, because they don't know that you can go up. So like if you're our patient, tell us, hey, listen, day 5, 6, and 7. I mean, I guess day 7 is like, but toward the end of the week, I'm ravenous. I can't stand this. Or where can I find someone like you here in Missouri? Guess what? We are 50 state now, except for Mississippi. You gotta do the caveat for Mississippi because they just passed these telehealth laws that are stupid. So in order to get to us, go to amslifestylemedicine.com and click be a patient. And that's like walking into the doctor's office and they hand you a clipboard. So they hand you the clipboard. You fill out the stuff, hand it back. You don't pay us until we figure out, yeah, I really want to do this. So you can chat with us if you're like, and I can't remember if Missouri is one of the video visit states, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just we'll guide you through it. No
Yeah.
stress. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got you. So I mean, that's the thing. That's the beauty of telehealth. And Missouri, which is hilarious, has all these regulations on telehealth that you can't use telehealth. Like you have to use telehealth with, I don't know. I can't even. It's like it just, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's just go with it. But we can do, if you're in Mississippi and you want to hang out with us, you can still get in the Fat Loss Foundation's coaching group. Yes, we do Missouri now. We do everybody but Mississippi. Mississippi is coaching only, not medical practice. So we're doing a soft launch, so we don't completely tank our systems. So, but yes, all 50 states. I'm kind of excited about that. I really want to announce it soon. But as soon as DoseBot gets their shit together.
True that. But yeah, otherwise I think we learn and we go and we simplify and re-stratus, simpler and easier.
Okay, hold on, Courtney. I'm going to mute you and unmute you and see if I can get your audio to be. You sound like Mickey Mouse. You sound like a staticky Mickey Mouse, which although is humorous, don't get me wrong. I don't know.
Dang.
I'm like, I don't know. It's one more thing today.
Best laid plans.
Lena said, we love Mickey, which is hilarious. Anyhow, let's do this. Courtney, I'm going to kick you off so you can go drive to work safely.
See you soon.
Okay, bye. All right, there we go. I don't know what was up with that. Oh, that is a horrible view on, if you're on YouTube, sorry. Let's see. Oh, I can't actually change my orientation while live. Whatever, it is what it is. So on YouTube, you get to see a little itty bitty me. But I can't, oh God, no, stop. Half screen? Nope, still goes full screen. Okay, never mind. I can't. Cinema, it doesn't matter. Okay. Whatever. You guys are getting like a little face of me on YouTube. All right. So it's just me. So ask me the questions. What do we want to learn about? What do we have? What do we want to learn about? But what I was saying before Courtney's audio went wonky. People don't know that they can go up. Like, right. Like if you're hungry at the end of the week, or people have a misconception that we're going to look at you poorly if you go up in dose, if that makes sense, which is super frustrating, because it is, we know the stigma, we know how this is working. We just know this is what happens. So I don't ever want people to have, just never have reservations. I guess if you're our patient, for sure. If your doctor or your nurse practitioner or PA says something degrading to you, you have options. And I'm not saying that to get business, because if you're at the highest doses, we're not the cheapest, and we're not the cheapest for medical care. We're just not. We're different. We have happy hour every Wednesdays. We have courses. I actually just, I made a bunch of resources, and I just hired a company to make them pretty because I can't, I'd love to sit in Canva all day. It's a rabbit hole that I like to go down. So, started 2.5 in Majaro. How many months, can I see weight loss and lower A1C results? So this sort of depends. There's two kinds of people with Majaro. I started on Majaro, so I always call it Majaro. It's like Ozempic. But there's two kinds of people. There are early responders, and there are super late responders. Most people are somewhere in the middle. Sometimes if you started 2.5, Jess, do you feel it already? If you feel it already and you already have that appetite suppression, you will start losing like not just the appetite suppression, the food noise. Like, when I first started, it was like, holy crap. Like my brain is clear. What the hell is this? It was quiet. It was crazy. It was crazy. Thank you. But yeah, it was crazy. See, I don't like this angle either. I'm being annoying today because I'm trying to get this TikTok thing like next to my camera. Nothing's working for me today. Well, it's okay. You guys will give me grace. I like it. And if you don't, whatever. I got to give myself grace. I got to learn, right? So, but you will start seeing reductions. Now, your hemoglobin A1C is a measure of the last 3 months of glucose. So again, you shouldn't see really big reductions in that. It'll start going down, but again, you're 3 months, right? So you're 2 months on, 1 month, or 2 months off, 1 month on, and then you go another month and it's the 3-month aggregate rolling. It's like a rolling admission type thing. So your hemoglobin A1C will take longer to show. Weight loss, it depends on the patient for sure, but some people see up to like 15 pounds in the first week. Or first week. Well, we've had that too, but the first month. But not everybody, right? And I never want people to, only symptoms I have are the sulfur burps. You can probably mitigate that by the amount and type of food you're eating. Amount, type, and timing. I'm like, there's 3 things. I should probably add that into the video section because we're creating videos for our patients that have all the same sulfur burps. We're creating videos for our patients, like a video, like an FAQ database. So we can just say, hey, because it's like the same questions, right? Like we answer the same questions. And although I love to do it, it'll be quicker. And then we can like escalate our questions, right? Then we can like keep going bigger. You know me, I don't like to sit. Why do diabetics lose weight slower? So this is not scientific. This is my opinion. I feel like there's more metabolic repair to be done. And I say this because it's not like size of the person. It's really individual. So I think there just have to be processes that are going on. I have to close my door. I don't want to wake my husband up. So I think there are processes that are going on that I call it metabolic repair because I just think it's a shit show. And I had a patient who needed to lose about 40 pounds, but she had cortisone weight on there. She was diabetic. Her sugars were she was on like 4 different diabetic meds. And I'm like, why aren't you on like the one you need? And so I took her off everything, started her on the one she needed. She was on she got up to 15 of Majaro, was on 15 for 3 months, and then finally started losing weight. That's the long game, and she's not at goal. She's late 60s, not at goal. But she feels so much better where she is. So, again, it's just, it's a long game, right? These aren't diet drugs. And that's the thing, right? It's not your grandmother's hydroxycut, So yeah, not really feeling anything. Okay. So Jess, you're not an early responder. So, in 4 weeks, go up, because that's the insurance thing. It's 4 weeks because it's insurance. So because you can't fill the prescription, you have to wait 23 days to fill the prescription. So that's an insurance or a savings card. Like if you're using the savings card, by the way, never pay full price. For like Majaro or Zepbound, go to the pharmaceutical company's website. They will help you. It's about half off. So roughly. What probiotics, are probiotics important on a GLP-1? If so, what do I suggest to use? So I don't do a set probiotic. I do greens and I do kombucha. It's prebiotic, not a probiotic. Well, there's some probiotics in there, but I don't do probiotics anymore because I had read some studies a while back, a long time, about how the encapsulated versions were not helpful. We didn't know which ones we needed. And there was just too much non-information out there that I just couldn't. I was like, well, whatever. I'll just do what I do. And that's it. Kiki, I have to bounce around doses. So this is good. Hold on. This is good. 7.5 when around races, but my weight goes up. Hold on. I need this little arrow to see the rest. 10 to maintain, 12.5 to lose. Yes. See, those are the nuanced things that a lot of providers won't do because they're like, well, first of all, your BMI is X, Y, and Z, and then whatever. I'm not going to get on that soapbox right now, maybe later. But when you're around races, you're going to need to go lower because you need to fuel differently, because with increased activity, because you do. Then, when your race is done with recovery, probably more food noise, because it's going to flip that switch. If it's anything like me, you're going to flip that switch and you're going to need more control, more quieter mind for sure. And 10 to maintain and then 12 to lose. I flip back and forth between 5 and 7.5, just on regular old maintenance. So super fast responder. Yes, Gwen, nice. Yeah. Thank God. Right. Cause I loved being a fast responder just because I was just really, I was really hopeless. So a little stuck since Christmas, but this week change injection site. Great job. I had someone this morning say they were going to try the same thing. It does make a difference. The studies have shown that it makes a difference in not cross populations, but in certain patients, it makes a difference. All right, let's see. What do we got? When you say greens and kombucha, do I mean greens like Bloom, and would sauerkraut be a good sub? Yes and yes. So I use AG1, tried Bloom. It made me like my GI tract was in hyperdrive. So I'd like, okay, I can't. It was uncomfortable. I use AG1. I tried Bloom because I thought, maybe it'd be cheaper. It's definitely cheaper, but I couldn't use it. So, and then yes, kombucha, anything fermented, kombucha, kimchi. I prefer food sources, like tempeh. I eat tempeh now. I always ate it, but now I eat it pretty regularly because it's a complete protein and it's fermented. It's got a lot of good stuff for you. So I do that. Try to work more on food, like rather than supplements. But I have nothing against supplements. I drink protein shakes. I have nothing against it at all. I should probably have I just realized I should, yeah, that's right. My 11 o'clock meeting is canceled. So I'm very happy about that. So I can chill out here for a little longer today. If I need to, because I was a couple minutes late getting on, because I need to get my assistant to start getting this thing up, because let me tell you, I have a podcast today. I'm hosting said podcast. Oh, well, that's not super amazing. I'm going to have to put makeup on. Okay. It's all good. Yes, definitely cheaper. Yeah. Bloom is definitely, there's a lot of cheaper greens out there. Try what you like, and I get it. There's a big thing about AG1. It doesn't do what it's promised. Listen, my skin looks better. My guts work better. I'm not looking for a miracle. I don't know. Is it going to make me taller or less belly skin? I don't know. No, probably not. I have realistic expectations. So, yeah, I don't know. I really cannot figure out why Facebook does its thing. It won't connect video sort. It won't do anything. It won't. I don't know. I'm still trying to get it live on Facebook. I'm nope, won't do it. Post on timeline public. No, we're just closing Facebook. Sorry, guys. Facebook is just going to be taken out of the mix. You don't even need makeup. You look great. Thank you, Lena. Thank you. I'm changing frequency of med to match half-life, 5 days versus 7 days instead of going up on milligrams. My question would be why? You can. But if it's I'd have to do the math, right? Most pharmacies charge by the amount because I don't like my 15 milligrammers to pay for my 2.5 milligrammers. I just don't think that's right. I'm not a pharmacy, but the pharmacies that don't do that, it just reeks of old, like traditional healthcare. And you know my feelings on that if you've been around me anytime. I don't like, I want people to own their shit, you know? So I mean, I think the question would be why. I mean, if you're at 15 and you need to take it every 5 days instead of every 7 days, I think that's something, it's FDA approved to do that. I think that would be acceptable. But if you're, you know, if you're at 5 and you're thinking 7.5 versus 5, yeah, I guess I don't know. Like if you're, you know, if your suppression's really good at the beginning of the week, then sure. 12.5 leftover 5s. Can I take 2 injections at once? Like, oh, I love leftovers. You mean like if you want to take 10, like take 2 5s to equal 10 for that week? I wouldn't go to 17.5 because that's not an approved dose, but you can take like, so I've taken like, so say I have a 5 pen, but I'm like, oh, this is like, I'm super hungry this week. I'll do a 5 pen and 2.5 compound. So I like it. It'll equal that 7.5. And I, for the most part, stick to Eli Lilly's dosing. They're the ones that did all the studies. I just do. I'm grateful for them. If they would lower their damn prices, that I'd be more grateful. But until they do that, I'm going to do the best I can. Still on 5, still losing, down 35 in 14 weeks. Don't really want to go up. Then no. If you're our patient, we never make you go up. There's no real need to. If you're getting the effects now, you know, if you have if you have a ton of food noise, or you know, if you're a diabetic and your sugars are not controlled, that's a different story. If you're taking Zepbound for quote unquote strictly weight loss, which is never about the freaking weight. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? It's like Janine Roth, what she says about food. It's not about the food, but it's not about the food. 10 days instead of 7 due to supply and money issues. Now that's the question we get a little bit more often. That is, we usually do 8 or 9 days. Oh, Draco, hey, sorry, I missed your thing. We're talking about GLP-1s, fat loss, food freedom, fitness, any other Fs. If you're a Marvel fan, I like the Bs. I can make them rhyme. But it wasn't B. See, wait. Where's Nick Fury? Oh, he's over here. Hold on. Nick Fury's over there. He's sitting behind the Marvels. What the hell was I talking about? Totally lost my brain. 10 days. We used to do 8 or 9 just because of that half-life. People will have more side effects. Like I have people that'll wait 2 weeks, but your drug's out of your system, and then it's just an up and down, and then and you're throwing yourself back into that binge and restrict cycle. If you do have that, you know, that like the propensity to do that, I just don't like to push people into that. Take 15 milligrams every 5 to 6 days for food noise. Yeah. Lily says you can take it up to 2 days sooner than your dosing day. So that's specifically listed in their paper package insert. There it is. There's the word. Oh yeah. I like you. Can I switch to you, my doctor? Do I take insurance? Hi, Terry. I like you right back. You can come to my team for sure. We don't take insurance. That's the shitty part. I say shitty. It's not shitty for us though, because it lets us, that's why I'm not, okay. No traditional healthcare soapbox today. That's my goal. Just so you know, I've done emergency medicine for 15 years, taking a break right now. We were on a break. Our prices are $119 a month for the medical care. You get to come to happy hour. You also get my coaching included if you're a patient. Now, if it's cheaper to go to your primary doc and you're like, listen, I'm just going to go to my primary doc, but I still want to hang around and I want to hear what you have to say. And I've got fat loss coaches in there with me, which are actually my nurse practitioners who I've moved into fat loss. If you hear what I'm saying, if you want to be in that, you go to Dr. Mo Fat Loss, and that's $47 a month. So it's cheaper. Like I wanted to provide options for everybody, because I want to save the world, right? It's my goal. That is my goal. Zepbound versus Majaro, is there a difference? The label. It is the same pen. It is the same Same pen, same. It's got a new dress, right? Zepbound is Majaro with a new dress. So the exact same drug, exact same pen, exact same manufacturer, literally different label wrapped around it. But yeah, you're more than willing to. So by the way, if you do come over, we don't make you start low unless you're switching drugs. Then we make you start low. I do 6, 7, or day 6, 7, or 8, depending on how I feel. That's perfect. So the way I do it personally is I do always the same day, Majaro Monday, and then I get queasy on Tuesday. We call that Tersepatide Tuesday. But yesterday I ate my face off of shitty foods, so I'm not queasy today because it overrides the effect of the drug. So I do the same day, but I change my dose depending on how I feel. So it's very similar, and I have no problem. That's what it is. We need an F word for GLP-1s. Oh, you know what? I didn't talk about that. That's hold on. This is I forget to do the things, right? Because Linda's been ditching me. She reminds me, what telehealth services do I provide? Any chances HRT. So struggling with weight and mood on Zepbound 15. So I don't do HRT. We're just not that good at it. It's nuanced. I used to have a nurse practitioner who loved hormones and was doing all this work and trying to learn and all this stuff. Not trying to learn, he was learning a bunch of stuff. But then we had some family problems and that kind of fell by the wayside. And I'm not as qualified. Like, for example, you know what I need? I need my gynecologist who does a shit ton of that in with me. Wonder if I can do that. Anyway, but what we do it's $119 a month. We also do urgent care. We do other meds. Like we do lots of other meds. We can't dial in the HRT bit. It's because it's just, the thing is, if you are if you've released your excess body fat and you're metabolically good there, we work on behavior change. Obviously, if you need therapy or you need help like today with your depression or anxiety, or, you know what I'm talking about, because I know TikTok will yell at me for it. You got to get into the ER today, right? Like that's a big thing. If you are at risk of harming yourself or someone else, you need to get seen right now. Remember, I grew up in emergency medicine. This is where my brain is. But as far as weight and mood, if you're still struggling, we make sure we get your habits dialed in. You come to happy hour, we talk about it. You come to the coaching, we talk about it. And we kind of see, like we had someone last week that was having trouble sleeping, and we found out that it's not a sleep hygiene thing. She was going through some things in her life but we had to dig to get there, right? It's not therapy, it's coaching. So try that I would prefer to try that first. Just because HRT, it inserts things into your hypothalamic pituitary feedback loop. When, yes, if you're really low on something, fine. But again, it's almost like a CAT scan for abdominal pain, right? I always see people come into the ER and they're like, my belly hurts. We do a CAT scan and it looks fine. And they're like, why does my belly hurt? I don't know. We image structures. We don't image pain. When we do lab tests, we look at numbers. We don't look at people. We don't take a look and say, oh, wait a second. This is an emotional trigger for you at 2:30 every morning. So we need to accept that. That's not something sleeping. So, but again, we can't do that. That's why I do that in the coaching space, because people feel more comfortable there, I think. So, and I'd like being a coach. Thanks, Lena. Anything I can do about loose skin? You want to see mine? It's a mess. Time. So my turkey neck looks better a little bit. My belly is probably never going to be great. A little bit will go away over time, but really the only thing is surgical reconstruction. It's kind of a bummer. How far back does A1C measure? 3 months. It's your glycosylated hemoglobin over the past 3 months. How long do I wait to inject after eating? Does it matter? No, it does not matter. Just don't pig out the night before if you're an early responder. and you're at the beginning of your journey, I can unfortunately pig out all the time. So, yeah. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Some comments were filtered. If your comment was filtered, rephrase it unless it was an asshole comment. Then, well, I don't care. I like the haters too. Haters are just confused fans. Right, Dan? Let's see. All right. Okay. I think I'm caught up on comments. So let me know what else. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Brandon's here. Brandon's in the house.
I made it.
That's funny. Courtney was here and then she was going to work. So Brandon's it's like happy hour, you know, you stop in when you want. It's all good.
Yeah, I figured, they're better late than never.
Hey, I'll take it. Draco, my brother started Ozempic a month ago. I live under a rock and it was the first I heard of weight loss effects. So that cracks me up. So like, I'll hear that sometimes and like, so somebody, I posted a story the other day that was dehydrated on, I found an old video I posted forever ago. I was like, this was a damn good video. So I posted it on a link in my story and I said, hey, if you're dehydrated on a GLP-1, and somebody sent me a comment on Instagram and said, if only I knew what a GLP-1 was. And I'm like, that is my life all day, every day. Brandon just freaking left, whatever. But that is my life all day, every day. And it was pretty funny because I was like, on again, off again. What are you doing, Brandon?
Some Wi-Fi issues, I guess.
Oh, hold on.
But I can hear you.
Okay. No worries. Okay, good. No worries. But yes, I put it in there. She said, it's a shame I don't know what a GLP-1 is, thinking like I was talking over her head. Well, first of all, I can't stand when everyone says Ozempic. Okay, they're not all Ozempic. And they're actually not even just all GLP-1s, right? Like they all start with the GLP-1s. But then when we get like Cagrosema, is that the one without GLP-1? It's got like amylin and something else in it. There's a bunch coming down the pike. But what do we call these? Coming. Yeah, like what do we call these now? We need a new, I mean, I'm sure like because I'm the one who's gonna coin this. No.
Yeah.
Like I need another thing to do. But if I coin it, maybe I can trademark it.
Yeah, I mean it'll be amazing. I can't wait to see the next receptors that we get to block. It's gonna be awesome.
I know. Yeah, and I never heard of it until November. Now I'm obsessed. Welcome to my life. Yeah. And I was lucky enough that I heard of it. Thank God for Courtney, I heard of it the month after it came out. Because she was on Saxenda for a while. But again, it was too hard because it was every day and it was refrigerated and all this, incretin mimetics. There you go. All right. See, thanks, Angie. I like Angie.
Yep. Very nice.
You see, Angie, you need to be here because I'm like a shill. I'm out here. I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
But you're on the struggle bus, but we all deserve our time.
my brain is like, I have half a working brain cell. I'm much better today. Yesterday, God, I crapped out. I started my day with Ghirardelli chocolate, so it never does well for my brain power. So I set myself up for failure. So today I'm going to start it with a protein shake and oatmeal before my podcast. Does it make a difference if the majority of my protein in a day is protein shakes and yogurt? Nope. It does not.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, as long as you're getting protein, any source is fine. I like chicken breast, but that gets old.
Yeah, the chicken breast gets old. Oh, Amanda Gorman, this is a good one. Type 1 diabetic, didn't tolerate Ozempic with chronic pancreatitis. Is that an issue with Majaro? It can be. And technically, as a type 1 diabetic, you shouldn't be on it. But sometimes there have been patients that have a continuous glucose monitor because we want to restore their metabolic health, and these do great things. I mean, the thing of it is, if you've got chronic pancreatitis and you try it and it exacerbates said pancreatitis, you got to go off. Now, the good news is maybe the ones coming down the pike that are like amylin analogs will be fine. And I don't know if they'll be, but I don't know, we don't know. There might be something coming down the pike for you, but I'm very liberal with my willingness to try the medication as long as we're all on the same page about the risks.
Yep.
Because the benefits, like I this week, Mark Hyman posted this this article or this Instagram post that was subsequently removed that said there's a 58% increase in thyroid cancer on GLP-1s. And I'm like, where the fuck did you get that?
Yeah, and at what dose, and what's that even mean?
Right?
That's
And it was
insane.
total fear mongering. And he's like, well, it's not that I'm against these. I'm just against them being so widespread. Well, I'm against obesity being widespread. So shut your pie hole.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was really angry.
Let's
So.
pick on the drug that reduces morbidity and mortality on multiple different fronts, but let's not address other things like obesity and
Right?
cardiovascular disease and everything else.
Yeah. Let's just, but he's, and I get it. His thing is the food supply needs to be changed. Yeah.
Yep.
But guess what's the fastest way to put snack food companies out of business? Don't buy it.
Exactly. What's the food supply needs to be changed? We have plastic floating in our brains. I mean, yeah,
Right.
we all know that.
Yeah. We know the food supply needs to be changed. We get it.
Yeah. We're all plastic. That's a problem.
Right.
But we're not going to fix that today.
I was thinking about plastics the other day. This is where my brain goes. I was driving and I was thinking, we really should get rid of a lot of plastics. And then I thought to myself, IV tubing, syringes. Like, again, I get it. It's very widespread. I mean, you look behind me, I got a bunch of plastic shit behind me, because it's inexpensive and it's versatile. I don't know. I was just thinking about it,
An interesting topic. I think a lot of times it's hard to see where we've come from. Like 5 years ago, 7 years ago, this wasn't even a conversation we'd be having on the mortality reduction. Where are we going to be in 7 or 10 years? And what's the
Right.
next, forefront of which medication is going to look like? I think you got to hang on to what you got right now, which is some pretty damn good drugs, but we're heading into
Well,
a really,
exactly. Before these drugs, my child was slated to have a lower lifespan than my generation.
crazy.
And that's not the case any longer. What the hell? Stop bitching. Take the drug. It should be in the freaking water supply. It should be in the waiting room chairs. It just happens to stab you in the ass when you sit down.
Yes.
Ativan mist in the ER waiting rooms and a Majaro pen.
Yeah. Maybe a little eloquence.
Right?
No, it's amazing. The risk reduction. And that's the interesting thing is we're heading into bigger drugs and better drugs in the future.
Yeah. And this is just the beginning. It's funny because when I was an athletic trainer, this tells you how old I am. I actually went to a place called the London Lighthouse in 1993. They did they were essentially a halfway house for AIDS patients. So they weren't ostracized. So they had a place to go. And that closed down actually shortly thereafter. Not terrible, about 10 years after, because we didn't need it anymore because we had accepted the fact that HIV was not a moral failing. Right. But when I was an athletic trainer, I started wearing gloves in the training room because people bled all the damn time. And I'll never forget one of my high school athletes said to me, "I don't have AIDS." And I said, "Yeah, but what if I do?" And he's like, "You can wear gloves." Because but look at how that changes, right? Look at right now, you'd be like, "Oh my God, you weren't wearing gloves." Do you know that? I mean, you probably do, but does everyone out here know that obstetricians didn't wear gloves because they thought that bringing the bodily fluids from one patient to the next would help the delivery? Instead, it caused child mortality and mom mortality. So, and we drastically reduced mom and child mortality by obstetricians washing their hands. Like, it's okay. You know what? Everyone gets laughed at until they're revered. So,
Yeah. And the science is there. It's you have 5, 6 years of data from Eli, and I get it. You can always make the argument that, well, they own the data. It's in their favor to make it biased, but it's solid data, and it's
Right.
safe. It's efficacious. We have a whole lot more to lose in the right situation if you're somebody who's going to benefit from a GLP-1 by not taking it than by taking it. A whole lot more to lose.
Right. I mean, 13 obesity related cancers are reduced.
The only barrier, and we've talked about this, you know, at, at the end of our breath, basically, the only barrier is cost. So I
Mhm.
think more is better, and in the future, more options is going to be a better driver to get costs down.
Yeah, I would like to see 5 years from now what the cost is doing. I mean, I would hope to God it's coming down. I mean, even if it was, 200, $300 a month, make it 250 a month and I need to buy more stock. I mean, I think I own some Eli Lilly. I don't own Novo Nordisk. I just saying. They're not,
Yeah.
I don't like all the plant shit that I don't just whatever. It is what it is.
Well,
Whatever.
it'll be interesting, and there's always going to be criticism, and there's always going to be hesitancy, but at some point, you got to get on the train because it's taking us places that are very amazing.
It is, and one of the guys that I follow is a University of South Florida, and I didn't know when I was there, which is super weird. Because when I was at USF, I wasn't a certified sports nutritionist, and he's super active in the ISSN, but whatever. Anyway, he actually posted a thing this morning that you have to understand if you are a health coach or a fitness coach, you have got to be familiar with these drugs. There's no other way to slice it because just and the comments are still out there all the time. All you have to do is eat more or eat less and move more. Yeah, I know that. Like we get it. I get it. I tried. And you know what? And you can call me a moral failure. I'm okay with that.
Drugs give you momentum, right? And they give you structure that you really might be missing. And it's so easy to criticize and say, hey, all you need to do is this and this. Tell that to somebody who is an alcoholic or has a problem with prescription drugs, whatever. It's not that different, and it's not that different of a part of your brain when it comes to food and food noise and gaining momentum on obesity. So that's what these medications do. They help you really gather some momentum, see some quick results, and see some sustainable results. It's not just a fad that thing like a diet or whatever.
Yeah, actually, I said earlier on this, it's not your mom's hydroxy cut.
It's not a fad diet. It's a sustainable, real way to actually make some changes.
And it's real metabolic changes. I mean, even the anti-inflammatory results, the changes in sleep apnea, the changes in cardiovascular disease, those are all independent of weight loss. But, people don't admit, like, I don't know if they don't admit it. I don't know. It's just polarizing. And a lot of that was the media, because initially that was our first exposure. That's why I actually gave a webinar a couple weeks ago to health and fitness professionals that kind of explaining, 'cause in one of the slides in there was, what was your first exposure? Yeah, Draco said, agree. Some weight loss success can prime you for better habits and lifestyle. I mean, I still struggle. Yesterday, I ate like an idiot. I still struggle. And I'm like, I'm so sick of saying this. I'm so sick. Like, I'm actually sick of my own bullshit at this point. So I've tried to make some preemptive strikes on my day today, which is why, like, I've got my meal planned. I know when it's coming. I know, I'm doing, but I have to make myself do it. It wasn't even compulsive yesterday. You know what it was? It was there, so I ate it. Like, that was it. Because the old neural grooves are there. But the thing is, I can't even make those decisions if my brainstem is running the bus, right? Or driving the bus. If my frontal lobe is driving the bus, of course I can make the changes. But my frontal lobe's not driving the bus when it's a biochemical drive to eat.
I think that comment was right on the money. I mean, bottom line is you start to see results, you want to see more. I mean, you can make some changes when you see that they're working.
Yep.
This works. Let me keep doing it. And this medication empowers you to do that.
Yep. And not everybody has to stay on them forever. I have the argument of why would you not want to, given the fact that you spent the first 40 years of your life or whatever beating the shit out of your body. Like for me, it's like, okay, great. I'll be on it for the next 48 years. We're good.
It's, like hopefully things change in terms of cost for me to get to that point. But yeah, good idea.
Now that I know that I have heart disease, I'm not going off. Like
No,
there's no
I mean,
way.
absolutely. I mean, at some point you can just say, look, the benefit's too much. I don't care what it costs. I'm going to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If compound went away tomorrow, I would be like, sorry, honey, we're going to have to pay
Got a budget.
$600. Yep.
Got it. Yes.
Yep. Terry said, yeah, I still have issues with willing to try new foods regardless of how full I feel. Yeah. My brain's like, oh no, you can eat more. I mean, and like, so as an example, last night I ate late. I ate a lot and late on a Monday. Monday's injection day. Brilliant, I tell you. Slept like crap. Woke up with palpitations, middle of the night, reflux palpitations, the whole thing. And I was like, wow, that hasn't happened in a little bit. But I also kind of quit my job, so I got a little. It's been an interesting couple of days.
Yeah, you're unemployed.
I'm unemployed right now.
It's tough.
I'll tell you. I was telling Courtney, it's been a weird transition that I didn't see coming because shocking, right? I always do these things and I'm like, yeah, I didn't see that coming. Because I'm like, no, that is no longer what I do. This is what I do.
Yes.
And that mental shift, I mean, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. Like I love this shit. This is my thing. But I wasn't doing it full time. There was always that little bit of me that was tethered.
Yep.
Now it's not. I have no strings. We did watch Age of Ultron the other night. Speaking of which, and I actually wanted to post that. I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to piss people off.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's crazy. I have no strings. Now I can be the real me. Because when you work for other people, you kind of can't.
Yep.
Well, unless you work for cool people.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that part of the advantage of this platform is access. You can get on any live, almost any live, and you have 60, 70, 80 years of experience. You have people that are motivated to help you make a difference. You have things that are not GLP-1s that we have that are tools that actually have seen results. Plus, you have access to GLP-1s, which we help you navigate. So, being the
so
real,
if you're like the commenter on TikTok, I can't remember her name, Amanda, I think. Anyway, who may not be able to take a GLP-1, still got to try to get those habits dialed in a way that's not like a way that's possible. Telling someone to eat less and move more is a ridiculous prescription.
No. It feels like a family doctor spends 30 seconds maybe addressing these things, maybe not even that. We will spend hours. We have tons of information. We have videos. We have pretty much anything that you need to navigate all of this.
Well, every other Wednesday, if you do coaching, if you go to the coaching live and then our patient live, you literally can hang out for 2 hours and get your questions answered.
Exactly.
Once a
Which
week.
is incredible. And I don't know that there's many platforms that offer that. So yeah, we're more than just pushing a prescription. We are a lifestyle change.
Yep.
That is a very persistent, ongoing daily battle. But we'll do it.
It is. It is. I mean, but the thing is, it's a persistent daily battle for clients, patients, and the public too.
Yes.
So our practice, whether it's a coaching practice or the medical practice, has to be ready to meet the world where it is, and fighting for a healthy lifestyle is not easy.
Right.
So, all right. We're going to, speaking of healthy lifestyle, we're going to end the stream. Don't cross the streams. I did watch The Last Ghostbusters last week as well, because I've been trying to take time off. So I'm watching movies.
Yeah.
All right.
My movies are mostly kid movies. So I have nothing to add except a bunch of, princesses and Paw
Hey,
Patrol.
I was going to say Princesses and Paw Patrol will do it. All right. We'll end on TikTok.
All right.
Bye, guys. We'll be here next week. And then we will end over on YouTube and Instagram. We'll be here next week.